Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at industry. Now I haven't done a lot of industry since the video that I made about is industry reached rock bottom. And that's because again it's not been necessarily a struggle, but a lot of things aren't particularly profitable or very profitable to make at the moment. So I've been taking a bit of a back seat from industry and been doing, as I'm sure some of you are aware, a lot more of the abyssal stuff. Now recently the Hawk even, which I use, had increased quite dramatically in price. So not all that long ago it jumped up to 47 million ISK per unit. So I decided that, well, I wasn't paying 47 million and I was burning through Hawks quite a lot due to failed runs and trying out new things. So I thought I'd do a bit of invention to make myself some BPCs. So nothing special with these, no data cryptors or anything, just bog standard 10 run, and I thought we'd 3 out of 10. Again, there's 42% success rate, so I should be looking at about 4 to 5 on each. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please do think about it. We do regular giveaways, and today I'll be giving away the Astero skin and the Caracal skin. In order to be eligible for this, all you need to do is leave your in-game username in the comments section here on YouTube, and basically I will pick a winner in a few days and I'll put a pinned comment today who's won. So to get back into some kind of manufacturing, I've decided that I'm going to start here with the thermal nuclear trigger units and get these produced. Now I've got 11 BPOs here, and I've decided that I'm going to produce them as quickly as possible. They've generally spiked at the moment, but the price obviously will drop due to the fact that people are building them. I want to build some generally because I've got the fluorides and it never hurts to have these around. I build quite a lot of the Minmatar stuff, so thermal nuclear trigger units are always handy for me to have around. Now I have built these in Jitter. I could have built them elsewhere, but for the 53 million ISK, but it's going to cost me, or that I will lose out on profits for building them here in Jitter. It's not really that big a deal, and it saves me having to haul them halfway across the universe. So I've mobilised some of my alts here, and we are doing a bit of research on the infiltrators. These are selling quite well at the moment. I've just started producing 60 because I don't have enough BPCs, which is somewhat frustrating. So I'm going to get some of these copied and then do some invention on them. I can never have enough 200mm autocannons, so we're inventing some of them as well. I thought I'd utilize some of my characters which are sitting idle to start doing the PE on the mag thrust and the nuclear pulse generators, because again people sat around doing nothing. Get some heavy missile invention done, because again I can never have too many heavy missile launchers, and again with the rapids have been selling relatively well recently, and so therefore I might as well get some more produced while we're here, although the price has dropped. Again, if it's not profitable to build when I get the BPCs, I can just hang on to the BPCs, so it's not really a big issue. So the next set of things I'm going to want to build are the Kikimoras, and that's because these generally do very well. They sell very quickly. I've got quite a lot of the condensates. They are actually selling at the moment at a bit of a profit, although I probably will hold them to see if the price will go back up, or I might even hypernet them. I'm not decided 100% yet, but again it's a decent item to make, and I can make slightly more than selling the BPC on its own, and I can use up some of the condensates and that I have, and that just makes life a little bit easier. I've also got the Vedmax. We're going to do the same with the Vedmax because again these are selling at a bit of a profit. So now on for the tracking disruptors. Get 11 of these. I can only produce 10 of these, so yeah, I'm going to get 10 of these up and running. So that came to a crashing halt because again there isn't enough tracking disruptors on the market. As it is, I'm at 6 tracking disruptor times 10, so unfortunately I can't build any more from there. So I'll use a different character and we will do infiltrators. Now just looking at this, there's a decent amount of profit to be made on the infiltrators, 6.7, and they're selling for 909, so I'm going to get some of these produced. So I've had to come over to the Perimeter Tranquility Research Centre because I need to pick up some BPCs. Now, the sensor boosters at the moment seem to be going for quite a profit, and I have quite an excess of co-processor 2s, so I thought I'd get them over. And first world problems, I need to empty some items out of this hangar because I'm inventing some more. Basically, the maximum you can have in here is 1,500, so when my other items end up finishing their invention cycle, if I haven't got room, I can't get them delivered and they will just sit there hanging, which really annoys me, to be perfectly honest. So I need to get some of these out and moved. Now it is Saturday night, and moving anything in cargo holds isn't a great idea, and especially in something that isn't my super fast warping ship, but we made it just fine unless I get ganked on the station. But again, always create yourself a station insta-dock, so that, so say, you don't get to the station and find out that you have to slow boat the rest of the distance. So something I would always advise. As you saw there, I've got one for insta-dock, and that literally lands me inside the station, which is actually quite a nice distance away from everybody as well, so if anybody does try and gank me, I'm miles away from them, so it makes it a little harder. Although a tornado with 1400s would hit me probably no problem, but he isn't set up for long range, more than likely. So now we've got these back, I will start producing these. So that's 100 Tech 2 sensor boosters that we are now producing, ready to hopefully drop on the market tomorrow. Alright, so with that we've got another 10 sets of 10 sensor boosters there, so another 100 being made. So we've got 200 sensor boosters, 60 tracking disruptors, 60 infiltrators, and 20 Kikimoras and Vedmax in total. And then obviously now we have some invention stuff going on, some research going on, and some copying ready for more invention, etc. So yeah, that's pretty much been the job for this evening. Get things back underway and start producing stuff, trying to make some ISK that way instead of just sitting here doing nothing. So I hope that was interesting. That's generally, so say, that's my Saturday night at the moment. Done and dusted. So I've got a few more things to be getting on with, but I'm going to finish the video there for this video. And basically I hope that was interesting and gave you a rough insight to how and why and what I need to do in order to start mobilizing alts to get people producing, and the general thought and ideas that go through. Again, just because I've produced it doesn't mean that I will sell it now. A lot of things at the moment are being produced at relatively cheap. There are obviously items there that, like the sensor booster for instance, which will sell for a half decent profit, and the tracking disruptors. However, not all the items, i.e. the Kikimoras and the Vedmax, are selling particularly well at the moment, so I may just hang on to them until there's a bit of a spike and then drop them on the market then. So I think that's the takeaway, but just because you built it doesn't mean that you have to sell it at this very moment, especially if you've got enough ISK that you can just sit there and wait. So I hope that was interesting. Thanks for your time. If you haven't subscribed, then please do think about it if you've made it this far, for future videos. And if you haven't already, then check out some of my previous videos. I've got quite a collection going on now. So thanks for your time, and I'll speak to you again soon.